Yeah. I wonder if that's an actual restaurant because it's such a good name. Surely someone's thought of it before.
I can Google.
Such a great restaurant. I mean, it must be somewhere. Probably somewhere like in the south.
Okay, click the first link when you Google ribs for her pleasure.
You know how it's called ribs? You know, ribs for her pleasure, right? Well, they say that God made women by taking one of Adam's...
What the fuck? They want more now?
They took one of Adam's ribs.
What for?
And they made a woman out of it.
Why? What was wrong? What did Adam do?
Well, he just wanted something to fuck.
And he was like, I'll sacrifice the...
I'll sacrifice a rib.
I would give a rib for something to fuck right now. And God was like, are you sure? Because I can take that very literally.
Yeah. So God took a rib, and then Adam was like, oh, Pog, now I'm flexible enough to suck my own dick.
Don't even need a woman anymore.
And then she fucking ate some apple off a tree. God was like, fuck, that was my apple.
I was saving that.
I had my little label on a little piece of duct tape, said God on it.
Yeah.
That means it's mine in the fridge, mate. She fucking ate it. He kicked her out of the garden.
No more garden for Eve. Eve's out in the world wandering about, barefoot and tits out, you know. No clothes back there. Imagine that, no clothes. What do you reckon about that, Mace? Do you like being naked?
I mean, I'm naked in most videos.
It's true. That's true. He does have a natural inclination for the nude lifestyle. Being naked's great. I love living alone because I can walk around my house naked. I can take a shit naked with the door open. And that is freedom.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I do like wearing clothes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean,
clothes are pretty nice.
have you ever walked downstairs naked?
Yeah, dude.
Hurt more to fall naked than
I like kick my nuts like a hacky sack back and forth when I go down the steps.
You have to see someone.
They got very large nuts.
Are they large or just dangly?
They're large.
Do your balls hang low?
No, they're like that.
It's a standard nut. But like
That's a large nut.
standard ball.
That's not a standard ball.
Yeah. More or less.
Like to
Yeah,
the
but he
average,
was
the
doing
average
this.
testy is maybe like,
Sounds-
you know,
Yeah.
the O and the white power is the thing I'm doing right here.
Is that what? Is that white power?
Yeah,
Yeah.
white
Okay,
power.
so-
The W and the P.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what that's for?
Yeah.
Huh.
So whenever you see somebody go like, hey
Okay.
man, it's like, okay, white power.
But didn't 4chan just make that a thing because, you know, 4chan?
Wait, but wouldn't it only be white power if you do it upside down?
No.
like their arm.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yep,
this
yep.
is the...
That's such a
this is the
loose,
P,
like...
the P and the W.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about?
vague-
Are you sure it's not prisoner of war?
No.
Oh, what's their icon?
P-O-W.
Yeah. Huh. Maybe it
or,
is prisoner
or it
of
could
war.
be, or this could be like what you do before you punch someone in the face. Go, pow, like that.
Yeah, or you could put it down by your thigh.
I think it's actually a dog. When you do like the light on the wall, I think it's supposed to be a dog.
No,
yeah,
this is a dog.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
what's
that's
this?
that's
It's
more
like
of a bunny, I
Oh,
guess.
it's a bunny. Yeah.
Everyone listening to the audio, we're just doing
Oh yeah,
symbols
good point.
and gestures with our hands. We figured that the podcast in auditory form was just boring, so we've decided to turn it into a hand puppet show.
Now we're just doing hand puppets right now. They can't see anything. They can't see any of the fucking hands.
Sorry about that,
These
mate.
motherfuckers.
Completely forgot.
Yes.
Forgot about you listening in your car.
Yeah, what do these people listening to this shit look like? Let's be real.
Look like.
Yeah, like who are these people? I mean, we've met some of them at events,
Fuck
etc.
no.
They seem normal,
Yeah.
but they're definitely not. Are
No,
they?
they're listening to us.
That's true. I see some comments like, "Oh, you guys have helped shape me to be the person I am today." I'm like, "Bad. That's not good."
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
I get a lot of that. I get a lot of that. People are like, "Oh, you made me accept LGBT shit." And I make a lot of jokes that are bad about LGBT shit.
Yeah, but maybe that helps the LGBT shit. You ever think about that? You ever think about that joking maybe just normalizes things and makes everyone have a good laugh?
Yeah, but that's like that's a smart, realistic way to take that situation. I don't like it.
We're not really about that, are we?
Yeah, no.
Being smart and realistic is so boring.
I prefer to be irrational.
Yeah, and stupid.
Yeah. Do you reckon if you run out of food as a soldier, you become irrational?
It's a great question.
You're just on a roll today with these, aren't you?
Sorry, it's my only way of making humor now.
I'm so irrational. God. I'm gonna start making strange decisions. Like
Oh,
I don't know, what's an irrational decision a soldier would make?
Killing civilians with a drone.
It sounds kind of like what they do already.
Yeah.
But
That's a good point.
Maybe they're just hungry. Should have had a Snickers.
Should
Can I say that?
Yes,
Or do we
Will.
have to bleep that out?
What? Because you said Snicker?
Yeah.
As in the chocolate bar?
Yeah. We can talk about
Well, that's
drone
a-
striking people, but we can't say like name brands, you know?
You're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah.
That's the slogan for Snickers. What does it
I
mean?
think so.
Unpack it now, Mason.
They give you nuts.
They give you nuts.
There you go.
And
Nuts have protein.
Nothing else to say about it.
Oh, okay.
Nuts are a great source of protein if you're a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Or vegan.
Yeah.
Vegan.
Or you could have, chickpeas.
You know, vegans can actually swallow semen.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
all can.
What do you mean?
Like, it doesn't go against veganism to, say...
Oh, like an animal product.
Yeah,
shit.
Wait,
because...
does that
like,
mean that they can eat human flesh?
No. Because the
Vegan
entire
cannibal.
thing with semen is that it was an animal product that consented to be extracted.
So if a cow was like,
Milk me. cunt.
milk me,
Yeah.
then I can drink milk?
Yes.
If you can get a cow to say that.
You can actually get a
Because
cow
if you can bridge the gap of communication between animals and humans, then like I'm sure vegans would be like, because imagine like you plug in a translator to a cow and it's just like, yeah, I had a nice life, just kill me and eat my flesh. It's all cool. Like I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like the vegans would probably be like, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if
Right.
I consent to have someone eat me, then it's vegan?
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it would be vegan.
Yeah.
Oh.
People have done that. Like,
Yeah.
fucking cannibal. Like, brought this dude back to his place and like and it was like completely consensual. Like, had it written down like he consented to being killed and eaten because it was like his fetish or something.
Is it legal?
Which
That
is
Sounds like there could
That's
be some
what-
duress involved.
That is
But-
just let this sink in. How fucked of a fetish is it? Like how
I wanna
to be
die.
like I want to be murdered and eaten. Like what? How do you even get off?
Well, maybe they.
I have a feeling, Swagger, that he actually didn't consent and that he was just put under extreme duress because he was in a hostage situation and he would have signed anything.
The cops walk in on him eating this guy's limb. It's like, okay, you're not going to believe this story, all right?
So
Which
this
you will
guy
not
comes up
believe
to me, he begs me to kill him, begs me for it, and then tells me to eat him as well. And who am I to refuse the will of a
Yeah.
man?
Remember when that woman was selling her virginity
What?
to the highest bidder?
Which one?
It was like there was
Don't
this,
they do that in like India?
I don't know. But, fuck me.
That is a
Jesus
generalization.
Christ.
Why India? They do it in all kinds of places.
But there was this
They
woman.
have markets for marriage in China.
Wait,
What the
really?
fuck?
Yeah, like they'll literally go out to like a market square where like suitors, like men who are looking for wives, will go out and they'll find women. And
Oh,
there's
but they
like
don't actually buy them, right?
No, I'm not too sure.
Not
but
legally.
I'm pretty sure like they meet and then they talk about like, oh, how would you be a good mate for me, and that kind of thing. And then if they're like,
Interesting.
yeah, that's good enough, then I think they get married.
Oh.
But maybe they pay for it, maybe they don't. I don't know who would be paying who in that situation.
Yeah.
Well, as
But
long
anyway.
as everyone's happy.
This woman sold her virginity on eBay, I think it was.
eBay, huh?
Wow.
And it was like legal. And I'm pretty sure she got like
The
hundreds
fuck?
of thousands of dollars for it.
Really?
It was like, hey, I'm a virgin. Who wants to take my virginity? Sell it to the highest bidder. And a bunch of rich dudes were like, yeah, I'll fuck this virgin for fucking a few $100K.
Sounds like a good meme.
Yeah.
Man,
that crazy?
That's pure capitalism.
Should I look it up?
Yeah,
the details?
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Capitalism 101. Was that the first thing monkeys did when they like gave
When
them
they were-
currency?
Yeah, introduced.
What, they
They
sold their
literally-
virginities?
Yeah, pretty much. They like
really-
started prostitution, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like when they
First thing they
realized
did.
they gave them like I forgot what they gave them as like a medium for currency, but they told them like, oh, you could trade in this thing for bananas or for peanuts or food, water, whatever. And they'd given them like the currency to do it, and then they started trading with each other. And then they were like, if I give this girl 4 coins, then she'll let me fuck her.
Yeah.
And so
Literally
they just
pimp
started,
chimping.
it was literally pimp chimping.
The
started
hairs.
prostituting each other to get coins to eat bananas.
That's crazy.
I mean, people have been capitalists since day one, man. Commodifying human pleasure is just one of the most basic things you can do, you know?
Exactly.
I've got the
There's
details
nothing wrong with
here,
it.
guys.
She's got
Oh,
the,
yeah.
she's got the details.
A model from Azerbaijan
Oh,
has reportedly sold her virginity through the Cinderella escort agency for over $3.5 million.
Wow.
Wow.
Mahbuba.
I told you it was in India.
Okay, she was 23.
Mabuba?
And she said she did it to make her mother proud. Okay. And so she can buy her house and they can travel. Kind of
You're
wholesome.
actually kidding.
Well, this website says 3.5 million. This website says 3.9. This website says 2.6. Either way, all of these are over $2 million.
Yeah, Jesus. It's actually worth quite a lot. I
One
wish I
point-
sold my virginity.
Well, I'm gonna have to look at the woman to see, you know, what
2.1 point some million for that.
Yeah.
What's
I got it.
happening?
What if you just nut for those 10 seconds?
Yeah.
It's a fucking expensive ass nut.
You can't even resell it either. It's like a used car, just immediately loses that value.
It's no longer mint condition. Unfortunately, it cannot be sold legitimately.
Do you guys want to see?
Yeah.
Sure, this is will judge
That's
this
what
woman.
$2.6 million pussy looks
shit.
like.
It's quite a sexy photo, I suppose.
Well, there's multiple. They're all sexy, but I mean, I think you're paying for the virginity aspect.
Yeah, she alright.
Would you pay 2.6 million?
Nah, I'll buy some more
Wait,
apartments.
they all have sex with condoms. Oh, fucking 50% off.
Wait,
coupon
did you
on
just
that
say
one.
they all have sex with condoms?
Yeah, it's like they keep doing it. That's just like
they
one
do?
chick.
Oh wait, it's not.
There's,
It's
like,
not just
multiple.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a business?
You can just buy women's virginities.
Jesus. Things you can
Man,
buy.
Capitalism, bro.
The world's a wacky place.
It
that is
isn't
kind
it?
of weird.
The world is actually insanely wacky.
Yeah.
You don't really realize that growing up.
Yeah, dude, every second there's people that are laughing, there's people that are listening to the same songs that you are, there's people that are getting murdered, there's people that are getting murdered suicided.
Half the world sleeping.
Half the world's sleeping.
I thought you were going to say, like, at every moment, there's people laughing, except the people listening to this show. It's the only place you can find them.
I'm so sorry for you guys.
Yeah, every day, right now, someone's dead. Boom, someone died. My mom! She's probably fine.
You guys ever been swerved?
What was that
Like
mean?
you go in for a kiss or something, and someone swerves, move their mouth out of the way.
Fellow
Do that like
travelers,
a car
you
you
do in
fucking,
front of the camera.
Looking for a warm
Like
fire and
like
pleasant
videos and stuff.
conversation.
That's what.
Well, yeah, or if someone's trying to kiss you and you don't want to kiss them.
That's when you serpentine away.
Hail and well met.
One time I was out at the club. This girl was kind of hitting on me. Beautiful girl, gorgeous. Just wasn't feeling in the mood though. She reaches in for a kiss. I turn around and I just snake away. I just serpentine.
Yeah.
It's just such a
Slither
fun,
away like a snake.
Saying that?
just like head down, but like it's actually running in a serpentine fashion is actually very difficult. It's not like the video games. It's not smooth. It's like a jagged zigzag away through
Yeah.
the club.
Yeah.
So anyway, she caught up.
Yeah. You guys ever go clubbing?
No, sometimes. He
Very-
does. He does.
Very often?
I went clubbing once with you, Maze.
Yeah, I'm the youngest, so I tend to do it the most.
What is the most appealing part about clubbing to you?
The seals.
I think the music mostly.
The music? That makes sense.
Yeah.
And just like packs of people. Like I feel like it just gives you a natural dose of euphoria.
Seal makes
The
great
natural
music.
dose of euphoria. Eh?
sounds-
What do you mean?
Oh,
And there's a real natural dose of euphoria you got going on in the club.
Oh yeah. You know, like, you
I mean,
enhance it.
No,
but-
it is an energy. Like, I mean, people complain about clubs like they're loud. It's like, well, yeah, you're going to a club. It's supposed to be a loud place. The point is like the energy in the room. There's just something about loud music and bodies moving together, and like just being able to.
Yeah, it's like the
Bas-
crowd, not just like you dancing at home to shit.
It's the conjoined energy of humans
Yeah.
enjoying and appreciating the same bit of music
You're,
and probably a few of the same drugs.
it's
Makes
like
sense.
you could be a fish in the open water, swimming along, independent and cool. But as soon as you join a school of fish, then it's like you're a part of the hive mind,
Yeah.
right?
There's
You
a
be-
freedom in that
you know,
because you no longer stand out. You're just a part of a bunch of fish swimming.
yeah.
You know.
Don't you think it's weird that like cells are made out of atoms, non-living things that make living things, and then those cells aren't really inherently living, and they make up tissue, and that tissue isn't inherently living, and it makes
that
up
makes so
organs,
much more
and then the
sense.
organs make up your whole body, and then then you're like a living conscious thing. So what is it when you and 100,000 people or like 50,000 people in a crowd are all interacting together like synergistically? Does it become a new being?
Mitochondria is the
Wait, it's the
powerhouse.
same person. It's the same person.
If you zoomed in far enough into a person, would it like look like a bunch of separate things?
Let's just address this point because I actually think it's an interesting point. It's like the idea is that when there's this many people together behaving in unison, it's almost like we're just one big cell, one big organism working together, right? Is that your point?
Yeah, kind of like, my mentality. Like, people wouldn't do stuff that they would do alone,
Yeah.
but they would do in a mob, which is why when mobs of people get together, there's more of a predisposition to violent behavior.
Yeah, it's really easy to get a mob to commit violence. You just go, all right,
Extremely.
step to the left. And the mob's like, all right, that's fun. Step to the right. Clap your hands. Everyone's clapping their hands. Everyone's smiling. And then you go, stomp that cunt on the ground. Fucking stomp him. And then everyone's like, oh. One cunt's on stomping him. And the other guy's like, well, if he's stomping him, I want to stomp him. Like, I've never stomped someone before. Everyone else is doing the stomping. I'm going to stomp.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you got a dead man and a very happy crowd.
And then it goes, 3 hump this time.
Slide to the left. Yeah. Mob mentality do be crazy.
Yeah.
Same reason that no one gives money to the homeless.
Are you going to elaborate?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, it's the same thing where, like, if people walk past homeless people all the time. Obviously, no one's obligated to give money, like, I'm not going to act like I'm a saint who gives money to the homeless all the time, but, like, it's just an issue, and they're invisible people, and, everyone's ignoring them, so therefore you feel morally okay with ignoring them.
Do you remember that time we had gone out to eat, and I think we walked to, like, the 7-Eleven down the road, and there was a group of, like legitimate crackheads. They looked like legitimate crackheads, and then maybe 10 feet from them was like a busker, like playing guitar, like pretty all right. And I think it might have been Ryan or somebody in the group that had like $200 and just gave it all to the crackheads while the busker was watching.
Oh my god,
It was
terrible.
so funny.
What a shit story.
So fucked up.
So funny.
I mean, you never know.
Because
like, you're
like, they're
saying,
homeless.
you
They're homeless.
you say they're crackheads. Did you see them doing any crack?
I didn't see many teeth, man.
Well,
Wasn't
maybe
a lot of
you never
teeth.
know. Don't judge a book by its cover. Maybe the busker was the one doing crack, and these were just a couple of teethless fellows having a yarn
No,
outside.
the busker would be doing
7-Eleven.
coke like a real one would.
You said,
Yeah,
Well,
you're
homeless
probably
people
right.
can't really brush their teeth,
yeah.
That's true.
You said it was a 7-Eleven, right?
I think it was this ammo, yeah.
Why do 7-Elevens always have at least one just like dude standing outside that is gonna ask you for money or something?
Does
You
it
know,
come with the
they're like,
door or something?
open the door for you or something, and you're like,
Yeah.
what do you expect me to do? You want me to give you money to open a door?
There's
Why are
usually
you
like
confused by this? Of course.
There's usually an ATM inside, and because there's convenience
Yeah.
store, maybe people go in and be like, "I'll just get like a $1."
I guess that makes sense.
A
Also just-
$1 snack.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
very frequent places. People have cash on them, so of course they're gonna, wait outside for some money, and good for them for trying to earn their money by opening the door for you.
All right, I'm
You
no longer
fuck.
confused. I understand now.
They've explained it, and it now makes perfect
It
sense.
makes perfect sense. Hopefully, it makes perfect dollars.
Stage long 7-Eleven, there's that many people screaming all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I went in there to buy a pack of ciggies one time. This girl was screaming at the guy in front, and I was behind her in line. I was buying a pack of ciggies, and she comes over and just starts screaming.
Was she screaming about the low prices?
I don't know. She was just saying, "Fuck." I don't know what the law was of the store. She was yelling at me. And I was like, sitting there like hearing it.
What the fuck?
I was like, "What is going on?"
yelling.
And the guy's just like doing his thing. He's just ignoring it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of like weird NPCs out there.
That's cool. It's crazy. You ever think about how you could let someone in your life, say a random NPC, say the screaming woman, you could have a conversation with her and just bring her into your life, and how that would change your life, and that everyone you interact with changes your life and sets you on a different path. It's very interesting how the people around us affect us and influence our behavior.
Yeah, recently
Yeah.
I've been thinking about how like certain decisions that you made in your past, if you didn't make them, may have meant that you didn't get to the place that you are now.
Exactly. Pretty much almost all decisions that you've made in your past have life effect.
Yes.
Even if-
Butterfly effect?
Yeah, even if you had done one thing wrong or one thing slightly different. I mean, I wouldn't be here now if
You didn't snort that water, you know?
If I didn't, well, before that, I didn't drop an epic freestyle in that exact server that Matt was in at the exact time that I logged on. You know?
True.
Yeah, or if you dropped the freestyle, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it
They just
was.
got choked up.
Yeah, it was shitty.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't meet Faceless.
Oh, Boogie.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because that's the connection between you two, or
Yeah, well,
Well,
if you didn't grief Faceless and you didn't get so mad about it, you wouldn't be here.
Think about that epic content.
That was
Yeah.
a funny bit.
I
though.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
here if I wasn't such a little shit and just stayed in the school I was at.
True. Well, because then you met me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I would have never been here if I didn't Nikki, I guess.
Yeah. If I wasn't so madly in love with Fitz, I never would have got to this point.
And if I wasn't so determined on ignoring her, whatever she said happened, things would be probably pretty weird right now. But thank God I ignore it, right?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Oh man.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't love you. Please.
Imagine if two of the
Let it go.
misfits were like just fucking each other, you know?
So weird.
Cut that.
It's like
That'd be so crazy.
it'd be so weird, you know? The dynamic would be so different.
Do you guys think? Do you think that everybody here, and I guess moreover, most YouTubers have dealt with imposter syndrome?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, of course. Well, it takes a lot of ego to think, oh, I deserve this attention.
Yeah, there was this very interesting thing that I saw. Apparently, you know, it was like, you know, the imposter syndrome is somebody who's competent, somebody that is in the position, and you know they're filling it and they're doing a good job, but they think, why am I here? I'm not good enough. I don't deserve to be here, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, did you read my book or something? Because
and then there's like, I think it's called like the wisdom
Teeth.
effect, or the wisdom something. But basically, it's like, and this is especially apparent for people in high-end fields, astrophysics, chemistry, like computer science, where, you know, they're starting, and it follows this curve where they're starting to learn, and they're like, I'm getting good grades, I'm getting good marks, I actually know what's going on. And then the more adept and the more they get into, like say a physicist just going from like, you know, plotting out fucking, you know, vertices or whatever the fuck, and then going to astrophysics or quantum mechanics, and then just being like, I don't know anything. I know nothing. And then they get super paranoid about their ability, and then that hinders them.
Yes.
And then there's a thing called the Dunning-Kruger effect, and this is when there is somebody who thinks that they're not, well, they aren't qualified, however, they have an inflated sense of expertise and importance and confidence that they shouldn't have.
It's utopia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was just about to say, I almost feel like to have imposter syndrome, you kind of have to not be an imposter. Like, to have this imposter
That's kind
syndrome,
of sus.
you have to, like, I feel like you almost have to have that progress of, like, working hard and getting to the position that you got to in order to feel like, man, do I deserve this?
Well, imposter syndrome just implies that you are capable and you are experienced,
that's
but
true.
you feel otherwise.
But, like, on the other side of it, someone that maybe just, like, actually did kind of go up and, like, get to where they are out of pure luck or something might not like get the imposter syndrome, I guess.
Yeah, well, the Dunning-Kruger is especially comparable to people like flat earthers, to where they believe they're an expert, and they're like, oh, well, if the Earth is moving this fast through space and it is rotating and the Earth does have a curve, then like I'll set up this test to determine it. So I'll set up like, you know, a thing that's 12 feet high, and then I'll go 70 feet this way, set up another thing, and then if I shine a light through two holes, the curvature of the Earth would mean that I'd have to put it higher to account for the curve. And then they'll do the test, and then the test result will prove that the Earth is curved. And then they'll be like, well, there's something clearly wrong with this method of experiment, because they're so dead set on this idea that they're an expert and they understand.
It's almost willful ignorance at that point, and normally it's out of, you know, protecting a fragile ego, or they built that world around their worldview and they refuse to be self-aware enough to look within and let it go.
Well, that's
like
the thing.
The imposter syndrome is interesting because it really demonstrates the importance of between confidence and arrogance, and like how to navigate the two, and like how to like remain confident in your abilities, and like be like, all right, like I know what I'm doing, I feel competent, like I know, like I believe in myself, I believe in this, but without letting it slip to the point of like, you know, arrogance,
where you're like, I'm the best.
You're too headstrong, and you know, and I think that's a thing that a lot of people in important positions or people with power or anything struggle with. You know, at least people who are authentic and genuine. A lot of people will be like, oh, I'm powerful and I love it and whatever, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's tricky. It's a very tricky thing to do. And like, if you don't believe that you're competent at the job, then you're probably not going to do a very good job. But if
No.
you manifest the confidence somehow, you know, even if it's coming from, in some ways, an artificial place, maybe if at the end of the day you don't believe that you're as good as, you know, your colleagues think or anything like that. If you just like, I forgot what I was going to say, but you know.
I mean,
you
there's
get
the
my
whole
point.
thing of there's the whole thing of like fake it till you make it. Like
Yeah.
if you don't have confidence in a field, you
Yeah.
just pretend that you're confident in your field, and then by pushing
What are your
yourself
orders,
with this
sir?
inflated sense of confidence, this inflated sense of ability, you actually. You learn, you get experience, and then you're able to, do subsequent like tasks or jobs or anything that then fills your knowledge of what you're doing,
Yeah.
thus giving you real confidence and
Yeah.
real competence.
And that's why so
Yes.
many people lie on job interviews.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people lie in general.
Dude.
Yeah,
honestly.
true.
Dude, I submitted, I tweeted like yesterday that I was looking for editors. I got a lot of really good applications and all that, but reading like, some of the emails, and you have to expect that there's going to be like emails that just are written by kids
Yeah.
or jokes or whatever. But man, I was really surprised at how, I don't want to be mean about it, but just how horribly structured some of these were.
Yeah.
Just not,
Yeah.
just like reading word salad.
Yeah, I mean, did they really teach you how to write an email in school?
I mean,
I don't know if they do.
It's
Maybe they
weird, dude. Public schooling in the U.S. was weird. Matt, do you remember taking the personal finance class? Was that mandated in your school? Had to do like a personal finance thing? Really?
I mean, it was an elective class you took. It was called like home ed or something
Like,
like that,
yeah,
where
it
they
was
like
home
teach you
ed.
how to like
Who's ed and why is he
cook,
home?
like how to write checks and shit.
yeah. Who writes checks, bro?
Yeah, like
I don't
fuck, man,
fucking
in
write
second
checks.
grade they taught me how to write cursive and then how to do checks and all that shit. None of that shit.
God,
Yeah.
your brain
None
just
of
gets filled up with so much useless junk. So
Yo,
much useless junk.
Pythagorean's theorem. What is it?
Oh,
A
God.
squared plus b squared is c squared.
Have
Yeah,
you
I
guys ever
think so.
received a check as a present? Like as a
Yeah,
gift?
yeah.
Yeah.
My mom still writes checks, dude. She writes checks and she sends them to me in Australia. I'm like, oh, guess I'll cash this American check at American American check.
Yeah, how the
in a
fuck are we supposed to get our
Australian
stimulus
bank.
checks? How's that gonna work?
Dude, that shit went right into my U.S. bank account.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking use it for anything.
Wait, you actually got one?
Yeah, I got a stimmy check.
Did they send it to everyone?
Yeah,
I think
every
so. There's
American
like the
citizen.
certain requirements you had to meet, but I think we still technically.
Yeah, I think
meet
we
them.
received it. I received the first. I think I'm gonna receive the second.
You have to pay
I'm not
tax
sure.
on a stimulus check.
Fuck if I know, but probably
you
it's
do, yeah.
America.
Oh my God, crazy.
So there goes, there goes like half my fucking check.
But yeah, moral of the story is fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people are drawn to confidence as well. You know, everyone's a little bit lost in life, and when someone looks like they know what they're doing,
Yeah,
it's a natural human thing to be like, oh, yo, fucking makes sense. I'll pay attention to that. Follow
yeah,
that guy.
That was the point I was getting to with the whole email thing. Is that the biggest red flag I could see in an application was somebody downplaying their ability, or somebody saying, "I'm not that good," but, and then it was just like,
Yes.
well, if you're saying that you're not that good,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
why should I even continue reading?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because with something like a job application or like an email like that or something, you are at the end of the day like selling yourself,
Yeah, exactly.
and no one's gonna go to a shop and be like, the shopkeeper's like, this clock is like pretty good, like
Yeah.
it's not that good, but it works. No one's gonna be like,
Yeah.
I'll take that clock over this perfectly good other one,
right.
That's why it's so important and useful to be able to gloat in a charming fashion.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even gloat, just sell yourself. Just talk about yourself in a way that seems authentic, but is also like selling yourself. It's
Yeah.
like
For example, instead of saying like, I kind of give a good blowjob, you could be like, dude, I give the sickest gobbies. Like,
yes, it's very charming swagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, point is, don't sell yourself short. All right. You don't know what your value is, and maybe you got more value than you think,
Or way less.
or way
Yeah, or
less.
way
you
less.
Could
You
have
could be
way less.
worthless.
You could be a worthless piece of shit.
Yeah, you
Most
But
could,
it's-
likely.
It's almost always better to think I'm probably not a worthless piece of shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
Where are
Yeah.
you gonna get if you're thinking the other way? And just don't be a cunt. That'll be my other piece of
Yeah.
advice. Mason tried
useful.
being a cunt for a few years. Didn't really work that well for him.
Nah, really.
So. We're ending the show. It's been an hour. How are you? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're a little sweaty?
Yeah.
You okay? You're not nervous?
Oh, I'm always nervous, mate.
Aren't we all? It's 2021. There's a lot to be nervous about. Anyone else got anything they want to say?
No.
All right.
Gamersops, new flavor coming soon.
Soon.
New secret Misfits branded flavor. So
Soon.
get ready for it. Next episode, you'll hear more about it.
Soon.
But until then,
Soon.
gamersops.gg, use code Misfits for
Soon.
10% off.
Yep.
And yeah, get some energy. And yeah.
It's
And
coming soon.
Go fuck yourself. Guys, goodbye.
Bye.
How you going, guys? Just slide in here before the show begins to deliver a quick announcement. Spotify have decided to give us more money. They're basically in love with us. I mean, we've been together for the past year, so I guess it kind of makes sense. It's getting pretty serious. But anyway, basically the situation is that the audio version of the podcast will now be released exclusively on Spotify, so you can't listen to it anywhere else. And the video version will be released on Spotify 1 week before it comes out on YouTube. So on Spotify, it's out a week before it's out on YouTube. So if you want these episodes fresh, Spotify is the place to go. In all seriousness, I don't know if this podcast would be able to exist without Spotify's support, and we are all so thrilled to be partnering with them. We're thrilled to be partnering with them again. Be sure to follow the Misfits on Spotify to get new episodes in your library early. The podcast is free to listen to on Spotify. There's no change to ads, and you'll get early access to video episodes and bonus content. Listen and watch new episodes of the Misfits every Tuesday, only on Spotify. They made me say that. Enjoy the show. Kia ora. Welcome to the Misfits podcast, rated 5 stars on iTunes by Caramel Sharon. He or she says, "These nuts, haha, got them." What do you say about that, friends?
I believe it is supposed to be pronounced D's nuts.
That's silly. That's not a word.
Gotti.
What is this tomfoolery?
Well, D's implying to a slur type way of saying these.
Slur. So it's offensive then.
No, we're starting off.
Yeah, D's is
Am I
offensive.
going to get cancelled again?
Jeez.
Yeah, you shouldn't read things without Googling them first.
Oh,
How do we all feel about the fact that that meme is actually copyrighted on YouTube?
what?
D's nuts?
These nuts, heart got him, is actually copyrighted. You can't use it.
That makes me kind of angry.
That's just
It does, it makes me
crazy.
angry. How can you copyright memes?
Is it the guy who said these nuts?
Well met. What are your orders, my son?
You have made powerful enemies, friend. They pay well. Too bad for you. Take them down!
Ah, yes, good sir. Well met.
Hey, I'm sorry.
State your business quickly or stand aside.
say that a stranger might prove useful in strange times. Let's hear what you've got to say.
Hail and well met, gentle lord.
Ah, Kaptein. Well met.
Hold your position! Cavalry! Advance! Advance! Everyone!
Sendirdeyo no hierago, sendirdeyo no hierago, Dievam sirmiku meliņi, Dievam sirmiku meliņi.
Everyone!
Dievam sirmiku meliņi, Dievam sirmiku meliņi, sudrabiņa lasīte, sudrabiņa lasīte. Tumsiņā Dievs atjāja, tumsiņā Dievs atjāja, kur liks Dieva kumeliņu, kur liks Dieva kumeliņu. Jai māsiņa pieguļai, jai māsiņa pieguļai, vai dabeļu dārziņai, vai dabeļu dārziņai. Dieviņš savu kumeliņu, Dieviņš savu kumeliņu, uz akmeņa dusināja, uz akmeņa dusināja. Lai nerūsa pakaviņi, lai nerūsa pakaviņi, arama izemītei, arama izemītei. Uz celiņa es atradu, uz celiņa es atradu, Dieva jādu kumeliņu, Dieva jādu kumeliņu. Zelta sedli mugurai, zelta sedli mugurai, sudrabiņa iemauktiņi, sudrabiņa iemauktiņi. Sausi koki, zaļi koki, visi trūkā gabalos, visi trūkā gabalos. Pušu plīsas smalki kalni, akmeņiem dancojot, akmeņiem dancojot. Sasatīja taču prūks, arasoji zobentiņu, arasoji zobentiņu. Taču prūks ir platumā, zobentiņi sasumā, zobentiņi sasumā. Sausi koki, zaļi koki, visi trūkā gabalos, visi trūkā gabalos. Pušu plīsas smalki kalni, akmeņiem dancojot, akmeņiem dancojot. Sasatika taču trūks, arasoji zobentiņu, arasoji zobentiņu. Taču trūks ir platumā, zobentiņi sasumā, zobentiņi sasumā. Sausi koki, zaļi koki, visi trūkā gabalos, visi trūkā gabalos. Pušu plīsas smalki kalni, akmeņiem dancojot, akmeņiem dancojot. Sasatīja taču trūks, arasoji zobentiņu, arasoji zobentiņu. Taču trūks ir platumā, zobentiņi sasumā, zobentiņi sasumā.
Gatavs biju karavīris, gatavs kara kumeliņš. Gatavs biju karavīris, gatavs kara kumeliņš. Tās dieniņas vien gaidīju, kad zīlīte ziņu dev. Tās dieniņas vien gaidīju, kad zīlīte ziņu dev. Pavārdiem izjādāmis, rīkstidūru pavārdē. Pavārdiem izjādāmis, rīkstidūru pavārdē. Ja tā augāja zaļoja, gaidat mani pārējot. Ja tā augāja zaļoja, gaidat mani pārējot. Ja neauga, nezaļoja, negaidāti nepārieš. Ja neauga, nezaļoja, negaidāti nepārieš. Uz kāriņu aiziedāmis, krustu cirtu ozolām. Uz kāriņu aiziedāmis, krustu cirtu ozolām. lai neraudā tavs māmiņā, lai raud krustā ozoliņš, lai neraudā tavs māmiņā, lai raud krustā ozoliņš. Meitā karājāja, hai karājāja, žēlo jaunu balēliņu, hajā balēliņu. Prūšu meitā karājāja, hai karājāja, žēlo jaunu balēliņu, hajā balēliņu. Nu ar Dievu tevs māmiņa, hai tevs māmiņa, man jāiet garu ceļu, ejā garu ceļu, jāju, jāju. Aizjāj vienu zaļu birzi, ai zaļu birzi, ierau karā karodziņu, aijā karodziņu, ierau karā karodziņu, ai karodziņu, ierau karus karojoti, aijā karojoti, Dievs palīdzā karā kungi, ai karā kungi, vai ļausieti karā ieti, aijā karā ieti, jāj mājās prūšu meitā, ai prūšu meitā, baro mātes raibāliņas, aijā raibāliņas, baro mātes raibāliņas, ai raibāliņas, tēvās ir mūs kumeliņus, aijā kumeliņus.
You are not welcome here. Be gone.
Aiziedāmis pērkons graudā, krustām šķīlā, uguntiņu, krustām šķīlā, uguntiņu. Aizīdāmis jūdu māti, aizdeviņi, ezeriņi, aizdeviņi, ezeriņi. Lietiņš lījā saulītēji vēlenieši, kāzas dzērā vēlenieši, kāzas dzer. Man bāliņis jauns nomira, vēļos ņēmā, līgā viņu vēļos ņēmā, līgā viņu. Dieva dēli vedējiņi, saules meitas, panāksnīcas, saules meitas, panāksnīcas. Tās pūriņā dalītājas dāvaniņu, devējiņas dāvaniņu, devējiņas. Ošam karā zeltā dvieli ozolāmi, sudrabiņā ozolāmi, sudrabiņ. Mazājāmi karklīšāmi uzmaut zeltā, gredzentiņu uzmaut zeltā, gredzentiņu. Kad es miršu, es būšu vēleniešu, godiņā vēleniešu, godiņā. Kad es miršu, es būšu vēleniešu, godiņā vēleniešu, godiņā. Kad es miršu, es būšu vēleniešu, godiņā vēleniešu, godiņā.
Sidrabiņa upe teka, visgarām zeltā kalnu, zeltā kalnu. Tur jāj visi karā kungi, zobentiņus balināti, balināt. Aunies kājas balēliņi, balēliņi, sedlo savu kumeliņu, kumeliņ. Es dzirdēju aizvārtiemi, aizvārtiemi, varabungas rībinoti, rībinot. Vērātiesi varavārti, varavārti, līdz pašām galiņām, galiņām. Nu jās mani balēliņi, balēliņi, krustiem josti zobentiņi, zobentiņi. Visiem pušķi aizcepures, aizcepures, visiem zvaigznes zobenā, izobenā. No cepures gaismā hausa, gaismā hausa, no zobenā saulē lēcā, saulē lēc. Ģerbāliņi dzelzā ģerbu, dzelzā ģerbu, neģerb tīrā sudrabiņā, sudrabiņ. Dzelzu ģerbsi karādēri, karādēri, sudrabiņā nederēja, nederēj. Migla, rasa, rasa, tā mana labu nedarī. Migla, migla, rasa, rasa, tā mana labu nedarī. Rasa manas kājas mirkā, miglā nozūd kumeliņš. Rasa manas kājas mirkā, miglā nozūd kumeliņš. Nokrīt rasā, atrod savu kumeli. Nokrīt miglā, nokrīt rasā, atrod savu kumeli. Atrod savu kumeliņu pie mēnešanam durvīm. Atrod savu kumeliņu pie mēnešanam durvīm. Mēnes ņēma saules meitu, aicina mani vedībās. Mēnes ņēma saules meitu, aicina mani vedībās. Kā es jāšu vedībās, nesadlotu kumeli. Kā es jāšu vedībās, nesadlotu kumeli. Saulē deva zeltas sarlus, mēnes sudrabiem autiņas. Saulē deva zeltas sarlus, mēnes sudrabiem autiņas. Nu es varu droši jādīt Dieva dēlu pulciņā. Nu es varu droši jādīt Dieva dēlu pulciņā. krustiem augā kokiem saknes, krustiem zvaigznes debesīs. Krustiem augā kokiem saknes, krustiem zvaigznes debesīs. Sāniem jāja Dieva dēli, krustiem tek kā kūme.